Hi there, my name is Jessica Gass, and I was asked to submit a short video answering a few questions for the resource room position at Wealthy Elementary in East Grand Rapids Public Schools. The first question I was asked to respond to is to talk a little bit about my past experience, as well as why specifically I want to teach for East Grand Rapids Public Schools. I attended Aquinas College and graduated in 2014 with a Bachelor in Arts of Learning Disabilities, kindergarten through 12th grade. This certifies me by the state of Michigan to teach in a kindergarten through 12th grade resource room setting, kindergarten through 5th grade all subjects, and kindergarten through 8th grade self-contained. My student teaching experience took place in Spring Lake Public Schools, where I was in a 3rd grade placement for 9 weeks and a resource room placement for 9 weeks. As soon as I was finished student teaching, I was hired in as a math interventionist for a short time before I transferred into a long-term position as a 3rd grade classroom teacher to finish out the school year. Throughout these experiences, I learned a lot about classroom management, as well as specific skills such as project-based learning, integrating technology into the classroom, and specific intervention tools such as LLI for reading support. This past year, I've been at Griffin Elementary in Grand Haven Public Schools, wearing many hats. I was hired in as a math interventionist and teacher assistant for a 1st and 2nd grade split classroom. I also had the experience as a long-term substitute in a 2nd grade classroom for 6 weeks for a teacher who was on maternity leave. Throughout all 3 of these positions, I collaborated with grade level teams, exhibited flexibility quite often, and was definitely a team player. While at Griffin, I also joined committees such as Family Reading Night and the Talent Show Committee, presented at staff meetings, and joined professional development opportunities such as book clubs and a Mindset for Learning, which is a book all about growth mindset and how to incorporate that into your classroom. The reason why I'd like to teach for East Grand Rapids School is because I have a similar belief system as the school district. I believe it's our job to inspire students to be successful members of community, as well as teach to that whole child. I can imagine that in a small school district like East Grand Rapids, that it would be very easy to have a strong sense of collaboration among teachers, students, staff members, as well as the families, which as a team player, I find very important. The second question I was asked to respond to is to talk a little bit about my experience and why I became a teacher, as well as a special educator. I attended a small parochial school, kindergarten through 5th grade. Even though there were 7 students in my class, I never had a teacher who inspired me to be passionate about learning, to become a better reader, or to push me to be a better mathematician, which is something that kind of always bothered me. When I transferred to Granville Public Schools in 6th grade, I was amazed at how supported I felt. I was supported by not only the classroom teachers, but of the whole district as a whole. I also was amazed at the opportunities that were available. I could be part of the school newspaper, which was something I never would have been able to do at my small parochial school. That's what shaped my decision into becoming a teacher. As I went through Granville, I volunteered a lot for Special Olympics. I did things such as hand out hot cocoa at the Reeds Lake Polar Plunge, keep score at softball games, and register athletes at the basketball tournaments. That's part of the reason why I became a special educator. The reason I chose learning disabilities specifically is I enjoy figuring out what makes each student unique and specific strategies that work for each and every student. I enjoy looking at data and continuously monitoring growth for my students to see all of them be successful, which is why I became a learning disabilities resource room teacher. The third and final question I was asked to respond to is why I'm the best candidate for this position. I believe I'm the best candidate for this position because I believe all students have the ability to learn, and that it's my job as an educator, no matter the hours or the label that a student might have, to ensure that this is happening. I believe that each student is unique, and that it is our job to figure out what works best for them and to continuously be monitoring their growth and what strategies work best for them. As an employee and a teacher, I would bring a positive growth mindset to your building, and and join any committee and jump in wherever I'm needed. Please let me know if you have any other questions. I look forward to hearing from you and speaking further with you about the great asset I can be to Wealthy Elementary. Thank you so much for this opportunity to interview.